live from Las Vegas. This is 13 Action News. Good morning, Las Vegas.
Breaking overnight, dozens injured as a floor collapses at a university party in South Carolina. The disaster caught on video showing us the terrifying moment it happened. Plus, a first of its kind event bringing together LGBTQ video gamers right here in the Valley, how it's helping the community. And later, you might remember this video that caused an uproar online showing a woman leaving a toddler on a stranger's porch. This morning, we're hearing from that woman why she's calling the whole thing a misunderstanding. But first, you might have been woken up by some rain and lightning overnight. This is video taken about an hour ago showing that lightning. Crazy video right there. Yeah, I was definitely woken up by this as well this morning.
For sure.
So like so much rain.
The rain, the thunder. We had thunder moving across, our building.
Yeah, even during the show, I could hear it outside. It was crazy.
Yes, so we have some good stuff happening today. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's go to Doppler and let you know what's happening here. Everything's moving quickly, which is nice. We don't need flooding. I understand that, so let's make it move fast, and it is. The storms are moving about 25 miles per hour from south to north, and there you see the motion of it, and you can also see embedded at times the lightning strikes, and you saw it outside. It really lights up the sky. This is some good stuff. There's some good instability around. So embedded in the green, you see the reds and the yellows, downpours. I'll see how much rain we can get out of the storm. I'll look for those totals coming up, but for now, everything is moving off from the south to the north, moving through the valley, and at times you do see some thunder and you do see some lightning. So please be aware of that as you head out this morning. The roads are wet, and this storm is kind of hanging around a little bit, probably until about 9 a.m., 10 a.m., until things will clear out. I will show you the full forecast and, of course, the 7-day forecast all coming up a little later. Tom?
Sounds good. Thanks, Gina. Well, breaking overnight, 30 people injured after a floor collapsed during a party at an apartment complex in Clemson, South Carolina. Now, we want to warn you, this next video is hard to see. You can see the moment the people come crashing down, landing on top of each other. Right now, we aren't sure of the extent of their injuries. Police say the building's first floor collapsed into the basement when the partygoers were dancing. The property management of the clubhouse told CNN that it was built in 2004. Well, this morning, an update to breaking news we followed throughout the day yesterday. We're waiting to learn what charges, if any, a man will face after a tense standoff with SWAT. Now, this all unfolded in a neighborhood near Rainbow and Smoke Ranch. Police were called out to Canyon Creek Villas complex around 2. Police say a man barricaded himself inside an apartment after threatening a neighbor. People living there coming home to find out they couldn't get in.
It's just frustrating that you would want to do anything you can to get inside your house.
It is scary. I don't know, they won't let people go in the house. They won't, you don't know what that man got going on.
Now, Rainbow was closed for hours until that suspect was taken into custody. Well, early voting will continue today. Clark County officials say there was a record turnout yesterday. More than 30,000 voters turned out, making that the highest first-day total ever for a midterm election. Early voting runs through November 2nd. More than 90 polling places are open at various times throughout the valley. And remember, there are no longer assigned polling places in Clark County, so that means you can go to any of the locations regardless of where you live. Now, we have a link of those locations on our website at ktnv.com. Election Day is November 6th. And with early voting underway and Election Day getting closer, candidates making a final push to get your vote. Former Vice President Joe Biden headlining a rally at the Culinary Union right here in Las Vegas yesterday, supporting Nevada Democrats and urging Nevadans to vote early this election year.
This election is literally bigger than politics.
During the rally, Biden encouraging voters to shift power away from the Republicans. He criticized President Trump and the GOP for, quote, ripping the country's basic fundamental decency.
Ripping infants from their mother's arms at the borders. What are we doing? What have we become?
Now, the RNC responded with a statement reading in part, quote, Biden's rallying cries are sure to fall on deaf ears as Nevadans head out to the polls to defy history and turn Nevada completely red in November. Meanwhile, President Trump held a Make America Great Again rally up in Elko. At first, he mocked Biden's potential 2020 White House run, calling him 1% Joe. It's a reference to Biden's low showing in earlier presidential runs. The president then talked about the continued work of the Republican Party. He said all the Democrats want is power, and they, quote, got this blue wave deal going.
Democrats are the party of crime. This will be the election of Kavanaugh, the caravan, law and order, tax cuts, and common sense. Democrats believe
President Trump listed a number of GOP candidates he says will prevail in the midterms, including Senator Dean Heller. And tomorrow, former President Barack Obama will be hosting a rally at UNLV. He'll be highlighting Democratic candidates like Jackie Rosen, Steve Sisolak, and others. It all starts at noon. Tickets are required, but they are free. We have more information for you on our website at ktnv.com. Well, the Pride Festival will continue today at Sunset Park. There will be more than 100 exhibits, food, and performers. The festival goes from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tickets are $15. And as Pride Weekend continues here in the Valley, a first-of-its-kind event bringing together LGBTQ video game players to the stage. 13 Action News reporter Austin Carter was there for the esports drag race and shows you how this event is helping the community.
Racing into the Luxor's Esports Arena, it's the Saturday Night Speedway Drag Race Edition, bringing together Las Vegas gamers.
G-A-Y-M-E-R, because we're clever.
In celebration of Las Vegas Pride Weekend, it's a special Mario Kart tournament, players battling it out on center stage. The event bringing dozens of locals out, like Tyler Winsat.
This gives a safe space for us all to be ourselves and be true to our queer selves.
Tyler created the Las Vegas Gamers a few years ago, wanting to make a home for those just like him.
A place to just be ourselves and not be afraid to be nerdy but be too gay, or to be gay but be too nerdy, and it's just a big group for all of us to come to.
And tonight, attendees say with the help of esports, there's lots of love that will last well after Pride Weekend.
It's mainly just a sense of community and bringing a underrepresented part of the video game community together.
And this location is the first dedicated esports entertainment area on the Las Vegas Strip, so this is really a big win for the Las Vegas gamer community and esports across the country. Reporting in the Luxor, Austin Carter, 13 Action News.
And the Vegas Golden Knights will practice this morning at 11:30 at City National Arena. Last night they defeated the Anaheim Ducks right here at home. The final score there, 3-1. It was the second game of a 5-game homestand. And the World Series matchup now all set this morning. The Los Angeles Dodgers will take on the Boston Red Sox. Last night the Dodgers won a must-win Game 7, ending the Milwaukee Brewers season. Final score there, 5-1. The Red Sox had been waiting since Thursday to see who they'd play after they defeated the Houston Astros. Game 1 is Tuesday in Boston. Well, good morning, everyone. Coming up.
I just feel destroyed. Because I love kids. Y'all making me look bad.
The woman seen in this video leaving a child in a front porch and then taking off, now sharing her side of the story, why she says this was all a misunderstanding. Plus, if you need a new phone and prices are a turnoff, Contact 13 is here to help. We'll look at some new payment plans some carriers are starting so you don't waste your money.
I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri, and we have storms moving through Las Vegas, thunder and lightning and rain. I'll let you know when the storms will end and your full forecast. That's all ahead after the break. We have a wet start to our Sunday. Here's a look at the Desert Doppler, and there you can see a lot of green moving through Las Vegas. Embedded in the green, some yellows and reds. That indicates storms. We have thunder, we have lightning, we have heavy rain, and it's all coming from the south, moving to the north. At this moment, Anthem, you have a storm moving through there. Green Valley, it's on its way to you as well. Summerlin sees it too, and Mount Charleston, you're getting it. I mean, we're all seeing the wet weather this morning. The roads are wet, we have a lot of clouds out there, and it's unsettled. And it'll probably stay this way as we head through the next couple of hours together. Then by the latter half of the day, I think everything will start to clear out. But for now, this storm is here, and it's moving quickly. Great news. There you can see the majority of it is now sort of well off to our north and to our east. So if you're traveling on 15 up to Cedar City, watch out. You need to take your time there. This will continue to move off to the north and to our east as we head through the remainder of the morning. However, at this time, embedded storms are still going on. So please be aware. We have some wet roads out there, and we have some wet conditions. There you can see everything looking wet. Stratosphere camera, there it is. A live look outside right now. Wanted to get some rain on there for you, or even some lightning. You might see some off in the distance there, and if you do, that's pretty cool. Temperature right now, 64 degrees. The wind is not a major story with this storm. believe it or not, even though it's moving quickly. What is the big story is the lightning and the thunder and the forecast that will follow, all thanks to that. So here it is, weather where you live. We're still talking storms this morning. High temperatures will be in low 70s in Summerlin, mid to upper 70s as we head through the day. We will see some sunshine today. Don't be confused by that. It will come out. It's just we're going to have a lot of clouds around and the wet weather to start. North Las Vegas, 76 for high temperature today. Same thing for Nellis and Sunrise Manor. Again, storms now and then sunshine a little bit later with some clouds sticking around. Spring Valley, 75 degrees for high temperature today. Rhodes Ranch, 74, and Mountains Edge, 76. There was a report of hail earlier in Searchlight. That still could be a possibility as these storms continue to move off to the north, embedded in the storms. Southern Highland, high temperature today, 77 degrees. Anthem, 75, and Green Valley, where it's raining right now, 76 degrees. And then let's head over to Lake Mead, 80 degrees for high temperature. Boulder City, 78, and Henderson also expecting a high temperature of 78 degrees. That's average for this time of year. That's where we should be. All right, so here's a 7-day planner. Storms early. Yes, they are out there right now. 76 for a high temperature. Then as we head through tomorrow, still a possibility of an isolated storm or two. I think most everybody will see storms today. Tomorrow, not so much. Then Tuesday through the week, sun is back, dry weather is back, high temperatures in the 80s. It'll shape up to be a really nice week, and we always need the rain.
For sure. I feel like it's been a while since it rained. I mean, I woke up this morning driving to work, those slick roads, you know, it's like, oh, I haven't dealt with this in a while. But nice weather for the rest of the week, though. For sure.
I mean, we're looking good.
Awesome. Well, new video this morning showing a police canine yanking a wanted man out of a car trunk. And get this, it only took the dog 7 seconds to do so. The whole ordeal unfolded in Wisconsin, and it all started with a traffic stop. A woman behind the wheel told officers her boyfriend was in the trunk. Officers used a key fob to open the latch, but the suspect then closed it from the inside. Police then ripped the top and let the canine handle the rest. Well, new this morning, an update to a story that outraged many people online. A woman seen on camera leaving a toddler on a stranger's front porch. Well, that woman is now sharing her side of the story. Reporter Shelley Childers tells us why she says this was all just a big misunderstanding.
From her perspective, Kiera Wood says she was just trying to help out a friend and she never left this little boy in danger.
I just feel destroyed. I just feel destroyed because I love kids. Y'all making me look bad.
She's now under investigation for child abandonment. This is the full video given to us by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. From the time she walks up to the porch, rings the doorbell, knocks, and then runs to her car is about 20 seconds. She spent 8 seconds waiting on that porch for someone to answer.
I never ran off and just left him there without even seeing if somebody came to the door. The lady was halfway to the door.
This is the woman who answered the door. She tells us it is easy to see through her front glass window, and she corroborated the clothing Kiera said she was wearing. Although Kiera took off so fast, this woman said she never even saw her at the door.
And the only reason why I started running is because it was chilly outside and I didn't have no sweater on, as you can see on the video.
The entire ordeal unfolded Wednesday night when the little boy's mother asked Kiera to drop her son off at his father's house while she waited at a corner store. Did you ever ask your friend, why am I doing this? Why aren't you just staying in the car with me, helping me get to the right house?
She told me, she said, friend, I need you to do me a favor. I can't drop my son off at my baby daddy's house because his wife has a restraining order on me.
Turns out Kiera got the wrong house directly next door to the father's home, and he wasn't even at home at the time of the drop-off. Telling Eyewitness News, this mother never informed him the little boy was coming over.
At the end of the day, y'all are just trying to blame me, but it was really the mother's fault. I'm just an innocent bystander.
Bizarre story there. That was Shelley Childers reporting. Well, now from Contact 13, a hack exposing personal info of tens of thousands of people who use healthcare.gov. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services say 75,000 people were affected. They applied for health coverage through the direct enrollment pathway. The good news, all of these accounts were deactivated and that pathway is disabled. Open enrollment won't be impacted when it starts next month. Well, pre-orders just opened for the new iPhone XR, but that price tag, it can be a turnoff. Well, there's a new payment program designed to help. T-Mobile just started it. You pay off the phone over 3 years, and it's not just for iPhones. You can also use that program to get a new Samsung phone, too. You can also combine the payment plan with other offers like a trade-in. AT&T has its own version of this. It's called Next, and you can use it for any device. Both of those companies make you qualify for that payment plan. Verizon's payment plans only go for 2 years, and Sprint also has several plans of its own. Well, straight ahead in this morning's Dirty Dining, it's the case of the lone cockroach, a restaurant shut down for only one bug. You're watching Good Morning Las Vegas. We'll be right back on this rainy Sunday morning. Welcome back. In this morning's Dirty Dining, Darcy Spears gets some answers to an often asked question. Why do inspectors seem to downgrade Asian restaurants more than any other? An expert is working with a local business to change that.
I spent 16 years teaching in Asia, and I'll tell you, I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
When the going got tough at Thai House Restaurant,
I called him right away to come and help me. I said, I need help.
That's because owner Tiffany Tyner suddenly found herself on her own.
Her husband basically ran the operation, and then he had a sudden passing, and it kind of set her back a little bit, trying to hang on to the restaurant and look after the personal things that she looked after.
Thai House had its worst inspection in 15 years on October 1st. The health district shut down the restaurant on Maryland Parkway and Silverado Ranch with 47 demerits.
That's what 47 said to you.
Yes.
I need help, and you got that help.
Yeah, I need help.
She reopened October 5th with a 3 demerit A grade after hiring food safety consultant Tim Molson. He's chairman of the Nevada Food Safety Task Force and serves on the board of the Nevada Restaurant Association. His mission, to teach and train her staff in their own language.
It's not that the people don't speak English, they don't comprehend very well. So we have to go very slow and repetitive in how we train them and teach them how to do those things.
In this case and many others he's handled, Tim works to bridge a cultural sanitation gap.
And so our standards are to protect everybody, not just the people in your country that may have grown some immunity to that particular strain of bacteria or whatever the case may be. And that's the message I try and get through to them.
Inspectors found Thai House storing open flour, sugar, and cornstarch in a back outside trailer. There was excessive grease on ventilation hoods, in-use utensils in lukewarm standing water, and employee keys stored on customers' chili sauce containers.
Most of the things that were on the report were corrected on site when they pointed it out.
Things like a food handler not cleaning a prep table after preparing raw beef, shrimp being thawed in standing water, and no detectable sanitizer in buckets or the dishwasher. Then there's the lone roach inspectors saw by the hand sink.
A lot of times after a treatment, the sick roaches come out to die, and that's when you end up seeing them in the restaurant. I studied roaches for 5 years, so.
Inspectors also found expired beef, chicken, sticky rice, and tomatoes, which Tiffany blamed on her staff not changing the labels.
So you think just the label was expired, not the food?
Yeah, not the food.
But some food was compromised, like cut lettuce and cabbage stored at room temperature and shrimp and egg rolls uncovered in the freezer. There were also multiple dirty utensils stored as clean. Health inspectors told Thai House they needed to see thorough and substantial improvement.
We're going to continue doing good.
Thai House was one of 7 health district closures. Repeat offender El Buen Taco Truck earned the name Roach Coach, and roaches-infested Tsukushi Japanese Grill at the Paris Hotel Casino. There were also imminent health hazard closures at 2 Subway sandwich shops, including one in the Fashion Show Mall. You'll find details and pictures for all of that on our website, ktnv.com. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
Thanks, Darcy. Well, Good Morning Las Vegas still ahead this morning, getting you to jump, scream, and maybe wonder why you even did this in the first place. We're uncovering the psychology behind haunted houses and how they get us so spooked. You're watching Good Morning Las Vegas. Join us for our next half hour.
Live from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News, Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now, why a new report says Las Vegas gives you the best value for your money. And later,
I have tried smoking the bud. They've got vaporizers, edibles.
we take you aboard a tour bus that takes seniors to a marijuana dispensary every month. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Tom George. Definitely a rainy start to our Sunday. We want to head on straight over to 13 First Alert meteorologist Gina Cancelleri tracking it all for us. And look at all that Doppler behind you,
Yeah,
all
it's
that
all
green.
lighting up. All morning long, we've seen this going, and it really hasn't stopped, and it continues to go. So here's a closer look at the radar for you. Green Valley and Henderson, you just had a storm move through there. Now it's moving off to the north. These storms are moving fast, which is great news, but they're really packing a punch as they do so. There's been thunder, there's been lightning, there's been nickel-sized hail reported in Searchlight, all thanks to these storms that are moving through the valley as we speak. Here's a wider look at the system, and as I said, it continues to move off to the north, moving at about 25 miles per hour. Pahrump, you are not excluded from this either, so you have wet weather moving through too. Please be aware this morning it is wet outside. Take your time if you're headed somewhere this morning, especially if you're headed off to Cedar City. The entire roadway there is wet. I will detail a complete forecast for you coming up a little later. Tom?
Right now, the search continues for a suspect who shot and killed a police officer in Georgia. Police say it happened after Officer Antoine Tony responded to a call of a suspicious car near a middle school. Tony was approaching the car when 18-year-old Tafari Maynard shot at him from inside his car and hit him. The suspect drove away and crashed just about a mile away. Other people were also in the car and they ran off too. One person in that car has been arrested. Well, this morning, some new developments in that desperate search for a missing 13-year-old girl from Wisconsin. Investigators revealing chilling details about the 911 call made from Denise Kloss's phone inside the home where authorities say she and her husband James were shot to death. Their 13-year-old daughter Jamie abducted. Just before 1 a.m. Monday, a police log showing the dispatcher could only hear some yelling in the background and was unable to get that caller back on the line. When they tried calling back the landline at the house, it had been disconnected. Suspicion sending officers racing to that house. They arrived just 4 minutes later to find the front door kicked in and a grisly scene inside.
Her parents died from gunshot wounds. That's why we were ruling this a homicide. There was no gun found on the scene.
Authorities say Jamie was home when her parents were shot to death. The teen has now been missing for 7 days. She's believed to be in danger. Volunteers and search teams are continuing to look for her. Well, now an update on that crisis at the border. The Honduran Foreign Ministry says that 2,000 people in the migrant caravan have now returned to Honduras from the Guatemala border with Mexico. They say in addition, 400 more Hondurans in the migrant caravan will be on their way back. Honduras's president also promised to those who do return that they will be offered jobs and other types of aid upon arrival. Well, this morning, another growing lottery jackpot, the Powerball, could now reach more than $620 million. That's because nobody won last night's drawing. The next chance to win is this Wednesday. And if $620 million is not enough for you, there's still that $1.6 billion, that's billion with a B, Mega Millions jackpot that's also up for grabs. The drawing for that jackpot is Tuesday, so you still have some time to maybe head on down to Primm or even Arizona for your chance at that money. Well, we know that Las Vegas has one of the hottest rental markets in the country, but if you're looking for more space for your money, you're in the right place. According to HotPads, a division of Zillow, Las Vegas is the top spot in the entire country for budget-minded renters who need some room to move. 13 Action News anchor Carla Wade has more on the rental deals.
Size matters, even in real estate, whether it's square footage or the size of the check you write to your landlord on the first of the month.
The push comes to shove between space and money. Renters are choosing money, but for a lot of people, space is important.
In fact, according to HotPads, a whopping 82% of renters say price is the top priority. But a significant number, 42%, say finding the right size rental is extremely important. In Las Vegas, the median rental is just over 1,500 square feet. The typical rental costs just 91 cents per square foot, which is 25% less than the national median. A lot of the available rentals are single-family homes.
One of the things is that you can actually get in a single-family home right now for less money than you can in an apartment and get an average of 20-25% bigger space and a backyard and a garage.
For families who are renting, they need space, but it's not just families. Space also attracts kind of the whole kind of creative group of folks, things like artists and musicians.
And location matters too.
So your Summerlin, your Green Valley, your Anthem, certain places like that, the price per square foot for rentals are certainly going to be as more.
Carla Wade, 13 Action News.
All right, well, haunted house season is here, and we decided to find out how those haunted house creators get into our heads. A big theme is making you feel trapped, right? Narrow hallways help make it seem that way for sure. Researchers say humans especially need extra space while they're standing. And people tend to feel safer when they see a threat but aren't seen. Now that all changes in those spooky houses. They can always see you, and they hide between corners and turns. And hearing weird sounds but not knowing where they came from, that's another tactic. Even if we can't see a threat, our mind assumes that there is one, and that forces us to be on guard. And on our website, we have a list of the 13 most haunted places here in Las Vegas. Just go to ktnv.com to check it out.
I've got a mind of my own.
The best voices here in Las Vegas all in one place as part of our 13 Vegas Idol. They were all competing yesterday for a chance to get that silver ticket to American Idol. 13 Action News sports reporter Jackie Kostek was at Stoney's Rockin' Country, where the best of the best local singers sang their hearts out.
The day started early with some very eager contestants.
I think everyone's nervous, and if you're not, you probably shouldn't be here. I'm just trying to breathe.
Stressful, nerves breaking, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Very nervous, but God's got me, so I'm doing pretty okay.
I used to perform a lot, and I think the rule is if you're not nervous, you don't care. And I think so that really helps with the adrenaline.
I've got a mind of my own.
And then it was off to the races for the first round of competition. Each contestant had up to 3 minutes to wow the judges. 13 Vegas Idol judge and anchor Trisha Keene says as a judge, she's looking for the total package.
I'm looking for somebody who literally gets up on stage and turns it out, who's not afraid to feel the music, feel it through their body, and have a stage presence, a star quality, and that X factor, you know, something that says, this person's got it.
Our first contestant making it into the top 10.
And just like that, we're down to 10. Time for celebrity judges, different songs, and a whole new level of competition. But there can only be one 13 Vegas Idol.
The winner of the first ever 13 Vegas Idol, Tiffany LeMay.
This is the most amazing thing. I'm ready, dude. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to win the show. Let's do it. Let's go to LA right now.
13 Vegas Idol is sponsored by Stoney's Rockin' Country and Star Nursery. Jackie Kostek, 13 Action News.
She's ready. Congrats to Tiffany. Well, straight ahead, it's a monthly tour bus that takes seniors to a pot dispensary. As the marijuana industry grows, we're checking out how it's catering to baby boomers.
We have wet weather this morning. Here's a look at the storms moving through Las Vegas as we speak. We have thunder, we have lightning, we have rain, and even a report of hail. We'll take a better look at the Doppler and your 7-day forecast all after the break.
I have tried smoking the bud. They've got vaporizers, edibles.
Well, new research shows more older Americans are using cannabis. Well, this morning, Chris Welch is on a bus that takes seniors to the pot dispensary for free. And he found out a big part of this whole thing is education.
Once a month, a luxury coach pulls up to this gated community in Orange County.
Well, can you get my walker underneath?
Yeah. The passengers? All seniors.
All right, everybody.
The destination?
Again, we'll be taking off in just a couple minutes, okay?
A marijuana dispensary.
We just wanted to check it out.
Some are first-timers.
You're hoping to get off pain pills?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Others, frequent riders.
I have tried smoking the bud. They've got vaporizers, edibles. People need to realize we're not a bunch of crazy people. We just want help from our pain.
Seniors make up a growing customer base for pot shops, and places like Bud and Bloom know full well what they're doing by offering the bus service for free.
This is it? You gotta be kidding me. I thought it'd be a big supermarket.
The newbies, like Arthur Greenspan, start in here, a room in the back for finger foods and a class on cannabis.
For them, education is huge as far as like providing them with cannabis and parts of the plant that's not going to get them high.
I cleaned it on your tongue.
Yeah.
And you start to fly? No.
All right.
But returning customers like Sandy Sofer
Ooh, that's got an odd smell.
make a beeline to the bud.
This is a sativa. It is good if you want to stay awake during the day, you want to do your laundry, you want a little lift, you have pain, but you want to function.
Her only regret? The fact that her 99-year-old father won't give it a try as well.
Because of the stigma, and if the neighbors know, what will the neighbors think?
A stigma she shed long ago.
Alex is, this man knows what I like.
Reporting in Santa Ana, California, I'm Chris Welch.
I want to be like Sandy when I grow up.
I want to be like Sandy
Yeah.
right now.
There you go.
I need a lot of fun in my life, and she looks like a lot of fun.
I love the part about the 99-year-old dad. She's like, what are the neighbors going to think?
It's a concern. I
know his
understand.
daughter's out smoking the bud.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand her concerns.
Yeah. All right, well, moving on now. Police in Oregon are sniffing around for some clues after someone stole a 50-pound nose from a family's porch. All right, well, this might seem like a laughing matter, but the family says this is not a joke, Gina. It's not a joke.
It's not.
I see what you did there. They put up signs around the neighborhood in an attempt to figure out who took their unique Halloween decoration.
Did they make that? Did they buy that? Where did that
I don't
come
know.
from?
I want answers, but I mean, obviously they care about it. See that sign? Our beloved 50-pound nose?
Well, like I said earlier, it's like a human being, 50 pounds.
What kind of monster would do that?
I don't know. All right, so here's another story that's pretty interesting and very nice. A group of officers in Clearwater, Florida recently put a new spin on the old donut stereotype. They donated dozens of donuts to the homeless after the treats were stolen from a Krispy Kreme shop 200 miles away. Police tracked down the stolen vehicle that carried the donuts all the way from another city. The store manager said they could keep the donuts, but the officers decided to share. They donated most of them to a nightly homeless feeding operation near their police station. That is a nice story.
That is. It's good to see. I never knew how that stereotype started about the donuts with police. But
I don't either, because
yeah.
I would think they'd want to be healthy so that they could like run and
Well,
take care of
'cause,
business.
you know, maybe it goes with coffee. You got to stay awake when you're a police officer. But yeah, good to see them helping the homeless. For
I know,
sure.
that's wonderful. And then we also have some wonderful things here. We have wet weather.
Wet weather. It's like that Imagine Dragons song, Lightning and the Thunder, right? It's been like that all morning.
It has. Woke me up, woke you up.
Yeah.
And here it is. And this is what we're talking about all morning long. Storms moving through Las Vegas, some thunder, some lightning, and rain. Embedded in some of this rain is downpours. We have some heavy stuff happening here. The light green indicates like showers, light rain. Then the red, the yellow indicates bigger downpours. Summerlin happening right now. These are all moving off to the north. Starting from the south, moving off to the north. Same thing for Sunrise Manor. We're getting ready to see a good storm moving through here. North Las Vegas, same deal. The storm is moving, the rain is moving pretty quickly. It's headed from south to north, moving at about 25 miles per hour, which is great news. We want to get it and we want to move it through. So that's what's happening now. Starting to dry out in Anthem, Green Valley, Henderson. Still Boulder City, you're seeing some wet weather as well. Keep this in mind if you're heading out this morning. The roads are wet. They're wet not only here, but they're also wet. The 15's wet all the way up into Utah. Keep that in mind if you're heading over there. Keep it in mind if you're heading off into Lincoln County. It is wet. We still have some lightning out there too. Pretty cool lightning I saw this morning, cloud to cloud, as I was driving here around 3 a.m. It was awesome to see. Pahrump, you're part of this too. Rain, showers, storms moving off to the north as we head throughout the morning. I think after this stuff moves off to the north, we will start to dry out. Here's the storm itself. It's an area of low pressure, a lot of clouds associated with it naturally, and the clouds have pretty high tops. And when you have cloud tops that are bursting through, you're going to see some good downpours, and that's what's happening right now. This will continue to twist and turn and move off to the north throughout the day, still though lingering around just enough to give us a storm chance for tomorrow. Then off with you. We're done. We will see drying conditions as we head through the week. But for today, here's the SPC Storm Prediction Center outlook. There you see Phoenix. You're in it. If you're headed to Phoenix, you're going to see a lot of rain there. We will start to clear out, as I said, but this storm sort of encompasses all our states and surrounding areas. Keep that in mind if you're traveling. It's going to be bumpy. All right, here's the 13-hour forecast, bringing it back home to Las Vegas. Right now, 64 degrees. We do have some thunder, we have some lightning, we have some rain. As we head through the noon hour, everything will start to clear out. Temperatures expected to reach around the mid-70s for highs today. And then as we head through the evening, still a possibility of seeing maybe an isolated shower pop up here or there. High temperature today, 77 degrees. And I think by the afternoon, late afternoon, we'll start to clear out. Then the storm chance comes back again for Monday. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. forecast. As I said, we're going to continue to stay in the wet weather regime for the next maybe 48 hours. Then we're clearing out Tuesday through Saturday. Sunshine returns, drier conditions, high temperatures near 80 degrees. Tom?
Thanks, Gina. Well, when Good Morning Las Vegas returns Country Strong, honoring the lives lost in 1 October with a special concert. But first, let's head up to New York for a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, a college party rattled by a terrifying floor collapse. Dozens of victims rushed to the hospital after the floor came crashing down at a packed party near Clemson University. What we're learning this morning about the disaster caught on video. Plus, Trump talking border control at his Nevada rally last night, praising Mexico's efforts to restrain the migrants traveling from Guatemala. How he's now blaming Democrats for border security. And finally, Amy Schumer's statement to the NFL following suit after Rihanna turned down offers to perform at the halftime show. The comedian refusing to appear in any Super Bowl ads this year. Her message of support to Colin Kaepernick and her plea to other performers to take action. That's all coming up on GMA.
Welcome back, or howdy, I should say. More than a year after 1 October, Vegas Strong has also turned into Country Strong. Survivors of the shooting coming together for a new music festival called Country 58. Joining me now, Larry Rea and Eric Alessi with the band Rhyolite, right? Yeah.
Rhyolite Sound, yes.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about this big concert coming up next week.
So Country 58 is a benefit concert to remember the 58 friends and family that were lost last year. Bringing the community back together, giving them hope. Healing, you know.
And kind of how important was it to sort of keep that going? Obviously, you know, it was a big country festival where this happened, and kind of to bring the music back again.
Yeah, I mean, the people, we need festivals like this. I mean, it brings a lot of people together, you know, neighbors you may not have met yet, you know. That's how I see it.
And kind of a more, you know, bringing back positive memories associated with country, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, with music in general, really.
So what can we kind of expect next week?
There's going to be a really big there's going to be a big crowd of our local communities and some really great music, a lot of food, vendors, stuff like that. You know.
Awesome. So it's at Henderson Pavilion, right, next week?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So what time? It's kind of an all-day thing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Saturday, October 27th.
Oh, okay.
Bands all day.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys gonna play something for us?
We're gonna try.
All right, sounds good. Let's hear it.
I cuss and I drink and I don't even think about the consequence till it's too late. It's too late. I fuss and I fight. And I might apologize, but it's too late. It's too late for love. When I walk along with you, it makes me feel as though there's nothing to lose. I make and I break. For too long I claimed my stake, but it's too late, it's too late. I fuss and I fight, then I make a compromise, but it's too late, it's too late for love.
Awesome, you guys did a great job. And if you want to see them again, it'll be next Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
Next Saturday. Also, we should mention that 25% of ticket sales go to the Compassion Fund. And for more information on that, you can go to compassionfund.org.
Yes. And country58.com, and then on social media, it's at Country58Benefit.
Awesome, a good cause, and we appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here this morning.
Thank you very much.
Again, next Saturday. All right. Details are on your screen. We'll see you after the break. All of our local PTs will be saluting our military service members this upcoming Veterans Day. The Tavern is planning to offer an all-day happy hour for active duty and retired military. Just show a valid military ID and you'll get half off drinks and food discounts.
All right, here it is, the Doppler radar. If you have been awake for the past hour or so, you know what's going on. If you are just waking up, surprise, not surprise, it's raining. You should know that it should be raining from our forecast yesterday. So here it is, it's all moving through the valley as we speak. We've had thunder, we've had lightning, we've had it all. Even reports of hail and searchlight. Boulder City off to your east right now. We have a good storm moving through there, headed over Lake Mead. Las Vegas, proper. You had a storm move through just now. Centennial Hills, you are feeling it. So there it is. The rain continues to move off to our north and to our east, moving at about 25 miles per hour. And there you see a big chunk of it moving through Utah right now. I-15 is wet. Take your time if you are traveling around the region today. Everything is wet. Keep that in mind. And here's a look at the 7-day forecast as we head through the next couple of days, the next couple of hours together. I'm pressing my hot button here, but it's not getting there. All right, so here's a bigger look at the system. There are the clouds with it. It's going to continue to move off to our north and to our east. The clouds are going to stick around for a majority of the day. All right, so there it is, Tom. I mean, we have some wet weather to get through, and then the 13-hour forecast shows that we might dry out a little bit overnight, but then the storm chance continues.
So, sounds good. We'll see you back here at 8.